Hi, in this video we're gonna solve a software developer interview question that asked by the Google. So basically when you apply for a software engineer or software developer job, most of the companies what they do is like they ask you a few programming question to test your skills about the programming. So this question was asked by the Google and it says determine how the array is out of the order by counting the number of inversions it has. So basically it wants us from us to count the number of inversion in an array. So and it's over here it's give us so if array 0, which is our first element, and the element 0, which is the first element in our array, and the second element are the first and the second elements in our AR array. Then these two elements form an inversion if the first array is bigger than the second array. So basically that's what we mean by the inversion. Inversion happens only if the first element is bigger than the second element, and it goes like this, or maybe like the third element is bigger than the fourth element. So we are not going in order. Usually when you go order, you go from 0, 1, 2, 3. This is an order. But if you have something like 3, 2, 1, this is not an order, like you're going from the big to smaller. So this is all of these will be counted as inversion. And we over here we have few example. A sorted list has 0 inversions. Well, it's sorted. So by sorted list we mean something that starts from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes all the way up, and it has nothing nothing wrong with it. So that's why it has 0 inversion. But if I had an array like this, 2, 9, 5, 1, this array has 4 inversion. So you may be asking how this array has 4 inversion. So let's explain that. So I will capture the screen to simplify we have 4 inversion over here. So basically the way it works is we're gonna start from the first element, which is the 2. So we're gonna say is 2 smaller than 9 or 2 bigger than 9? Then 2 is not bigger than 9. Is 2 bigger than 5? No, it's not bigger than 5. Is 2 bigger than 1? Well, yeah, 2 is bigger than 1. So we have 1 inversion over here. So basically, till now we have 1 inversion. Then we're gonna throw away the 2. And then we're gonna start from the 9. We're gonna say, is 9 bigger than 5? Well, yeah, 9 is bigger than 5. So we have our second inversion. So we get from the 1 to second inversion. Is 9 bigger than 1? Well, yes, it's bigger than 1. Then we get our third inversion. Then we're gonna come to the 5. Is 5 bigger than 5? Is 5 bigger than 1? Well, yes, it's bigger than 1. Then we have 4 inversion. And then after that, we're gonna arrive to the 1, which is the end of the list of the array. So over here, we have 4 inversion. And you see the inversions that we have are written over here. So this array has 10 inversion because it's completely out of the order. So 5 is bigger than all, 4 bigger than the rest of all of these, and 3 bigger than 2 and 1, and same with the 2, which is bigger than 1. So this is what we mean by the inversion. So let's go for the solution for this program. I have already implemented the solution to save the time, but we will go step one step to understand how to build the solution. First, let's run the program and see what happens. So the way I designed the program is I simplified it a little bit more. So the program will ask from the user how many elements are in the array. So let's suppose we have 5 elements, and we're gonna ask for the first element. So we're gonna say 4, and then 9, and then 3, and then 2, and maybe then let's go for 5. So it's gonna say this array has 6 inversions. The reason the inversion that we have is 4 3. 4 is bigger than 3. 4 is bigger than 2. This is 2. So we have 2 inversion right now. And then we're gonna come to 9. 9 is bigger than 3. 9 is bigger than 2. Now we have 4. 9 is bigger than 5. So we have our fifth inversion. And we come to the 3. 3 is bigger than 2. Well, we have our sixth inversion. And that's it. So let's go for the solution. How we did start with the solution. So first, we import our Java util scanner, which is usual because we're gonna ask from the user for input. Then we're gonna need our scanner class. After that, we put our system class because to save the time and not write every time to write system out, we just gonna write out. And after that, we're gonna put our arrays class, and I will tell you why I put this class or arrays class. And after that, we're gonna define our main class, and then inside it we're gonna define our main method. After that, we came over to declaration area, which is first we're gonna of course create our scanner object. We're gonna say scanner create a new scanner object, and we're gonna put over here system in, which means that we're gonna put input. After that, we're gonna create an integer variable, name it num, shortcut for number, and then we're gonna create another variable which is total, which is gonna count the number of inversions that we have, and we're gonna initialize it with 0 because at the time of we start the program we don't have any inversions. That's why we're gonna put 0. After that, we're gonna say how many items in the array, because we wanna see how our loop will iterate according to the numbers of elements in our array. So we're gonna use the scanner to ask for input from the user, and we're gonna assign that input to our number variable, which is num, and then we're gonna create a new array. And the way to create array is by writing integer and then putting this bracket over here. So it's kind of similar to naming the variable instead, but we're gonna put the brackets over here, and we're also gonna put the new over here, and then we're gonna say this is the size of our array. So the size is according to the number of elements. And we're gonna after that we're gonna iterate through our loop, and in which we're gonna say integer I equals 0, and we're gonna say go iterate until I is equals numbers. So as long as I is smaller than number, then we're gonna iterate. After that, we're gonna ask from the user for his the first element, second element, and the reason why I did I plus 1 because I start from 0, so it makes no sense to ask from the user enter the 0 element. So that's why we're gonna say 0 plus 1. This way we're gonna ask for the first element, and the same with the second element and the third. And then after that, we're gonna ask for input from the user, and we're gonna assign that input to our array. We're gonna append it to our array. After that, we're gonna print the array for our user to see how the array to see all the elements in the array. And this is the fun part, the part that we're gonna see the number of inversions that we have. So basically, to get the number of inversions, we have to use 2 loops. In first, we're gonna name integer I equals 0, I less than numbers, and we increment the I. After that, we're gonna create another for loop inside our for loop. So it's nested for loop, in which we're gonna say this time this value is gonna equal I plus 1. And the reason why we did that is because we don't want to start from the if we put the I over here, then we could going through the first element all the time, and And by the first element, I mean the element that assigned to the I. We don't want to do that because we want to start from the element after the I. That's why we're gonna put I plus 1, and we're gonna say do that until as long as the j is smaller than number, and then we can, of course, we're gonna increment the I. Over here, we're gonna say if the array, the first array or the array before the second. So if we have, we're gonna say if this one. So basically, this could be 0 and this could be 0 plus 1. So this means this one. So if this one is 2, this one gonna be 2 plus 1, which is 3. So basically, j is always bigger than the I. But if the element, this element is bigger than this element, this means that we have inversion. That's why we're gonna increment the total by 1. So yeah, this is the way to write the solution for this problem. So let's run it one more time and see a different solution for it. So basically what we will do is we're gonna implement this one, which is it has 5 elements and all of them are not in order, so we're supposed to get 10 inversion. So it's gonna say how many elements. I'm guessing 5. So the first element is 5. The second element is 4. The third element is 3. The fourth element is 2. And the last element is 1. So we're supposed to get 10. As you guys see, we have 10 inversion. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video.